Over the last 2 days, we discussed that happiness has to be decoupled from circumstances and also disengaged from objects. On this third day of the happiness challenge, we are going to try and learn the art of correcting our attitude and developing a happier one. In order to be unhappy, we don't need anything from the outside. All we need to do is to bring unhappy, gloomy, miserable thoughts to ourselves. In the same way, in order to be happy, we only need to tweak our attitude. One of my devotees once came to me, complaining that his in-laws had come to stay with them and how miserable he was. He said, "Swamiji, I love my wife, but my in-laws never. Can you please tell me how to overcome this gloom?" I said, "Do you have dogs at home?" He said, "No." I said, "That's the problem. Why don't you arrange for a few?" He was an obedient devotee and he went to the market and got 3 dogs to live at home. However, he came back to meet me after a week. I said, "How are you feeling?" He said, "Swamiji, those dogs have added to my misery. I'm unhappier than I was. What do I do now?" I said, "Do you have cats at home?" He said, "No." I said, "That's where the problem lies. Arrange for a few cats as well." Again, he obeyed my instructions. He went to the market and got some cats, but he came running to me in 3 days. I said, "Now what's the problem?" He said, "Swamiji, the dogs run after the cats fight with the dogs, and my life has become hell. I came to you to learn the art of happiness, and you have made me unhappier than before. What kind of a Swamiji are you?" I said, "Do one thing. Send away all the dogs and all the cats." He did that and came back to me after 3 days. I said, "Are you happy now?" He said, "I am totally peaceful." I said, "Look, your in-laws are still in your home, but you are peaceful. So the peace, the contentment, the bliss is not dependent upon the externals. It is a choice that you make. Unhappiness is also not a necessity. It is the way we choose to think. How then should we develop a cheery attitude? It is very simple, really. All you need to do is to learn to be grateful for all the blessings that you have received. Unfortunately, when we have something, we fail to realize the value of it. Only when it is about to be snatched do we understand what a wonderful gift we had got. I know one couple who was living in a small flat and always complaining when they would look at their friends and classmates in big bungalows. They would be discontented. What has God given to us? We have nothing to be happy about. We are the most miserable people. When something changed suddenly. The wife was a housewife and the husband lost his job. They now did not have the ability to pay the mortgage for their flat. The bank was pestering them and had announced, if you don't clear the mortgage payment by the coming Saturday, we will close on you. Now they apprehended they would have to move on to the street, when all of a sudden on Saturday morning the husband got a placement offer from a company along with the advance salary that he had requested for. He was able to retain the house. That very house seemed like a blessing to him. The house was the same. Earlier they had been so discontented, and now they saw it as a gift of God for which they felt grateful. We all have received so many gifts. If we start counting them, right there we will have a million reasons to be happy. So the way of tweaking our attitude to become more joyous and blissful then is to learn to be grateful for all that we have received. Let us practice the sentiment of gratitude and tap into the fountain of happiness that exists within ourselves. Take this as the homework for today. Practice it, and we shall meet again tomorrow to progress further, climb higher on this mountain of happiness, and master the art for ourselves to be able to share it with the near and dear ones around us. Thank you.